Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey Flowers and I'm a student of Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University and on a journey to become 100% debt-free. My current debt is nearly $200,000. I'm on baby step number 2 to repay all of my debts. My income is right around $9,000 and I work for myself part-time. In this video, I'm going to be going over my January 2019 grocery haul. So if you are interested in that, please keep watching. So I am sharing with you guys from my cupboard because it is a brand new year, and I think that's something that I do every year, even though you guys know that I really try to focus on not wasting food. I do like to clean out my cupboards every single year just to make sure I don't have any expired seasonings or food items or anything like that that would clutter up my cabinets or that I may potentially reach for and then get sick because I'm eating expired food. So I like to definitely declutter my cabinets. And then the other thing I do that I look for when I'm doing that is if I do have something expired in my cabinet, it's probably a good indication that I don't actually like it. So rather than buying it because that's just what you're supposed to do, I'll stop buying it because if it's expiring in my cabinet, chances are I don't actually like it. So looking at my cabinet, you guys know that I rarely, actually, let me go grab my stool. One moment. I have this little stool, which is like the best thing ever if you live in a studio because it's really awesome. But now you guys can't see me. Maybe I'll bring you up a level. How about I hold you guys for a second? Stools are awesome in studios because you have to maximize your height. So I'm going to turn this around so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at. So I'm at my top shelf. This is new. This is these are some teas that I got from a subscriber. They sent me like 1,000 containers of teas, which I'm super grateful for, so I'll come back to that. But this is the shelf that you guys see in my grocery haul that I rarely ever touch. And so this is a really good shelf to think through, okay, am I really using these items, or are they just taking up space? Are they expired, etc.? So I'm going to grab those and bring those down to just check my dates on everything. Let's see. We're in 2019, so this is best used by January 2000. January 2019. So unfortunately, this was wasted, and that's unfortunate because I actually do like baking, and I shouldn't have wasted a whole box of like cake flour. So, as you can see, pantry is now clean and ready to be restocked. And yes, we're going to throw these items away because we're not going to give away expired food. This is unfortunate, but this is the reason why I like to eat everything I purchase in the same month, so that way I am not wasting so much food. You guys have no idea how much this breaks my heart. I'm excited about that. $100 grocery budget. You guys know the drill. On a piece of paper, I write down my top 6. Then I write down on the back any new recipes that I'm doing, and I pull out all the ingredients. But I write down my top 6, and then I write down everything else in the other categories that I know that I'm gonna get. So that's what I'll do now. So what I wanted to say is that yeah, this took me like 90 minutes to complete because I was like actually looking through recipes and trying to pull it together. And so because it's the new year, and I think that that's one of the reasons why I wanted to like show you guys me clearing out my pantry, is because like in my mind, I am as overwhelmed as any human being could possibly be. And one of the ways that I manage that overwhelm is I organize, and I organize like slowly but surely, like I build up. So I cleaned out my pantry because I want the emptiness and the freshness of it to be an indication that like it's like, okay, whatever change shift you're going to make here, like you can make that change and shift. But something that I realized is that like when you try to do everything like all at once, like it just makes it worse and more intense. So I'm not doing that. So even though I have a fairly large grocery budget, I realized when I was first making the first list, I was like, okay, these are the 10 new recipes that I'm going to try. No, I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try 3 new recipes. I'm going to try a hummus recipe, a protein bar recipe, and a no-knead recipe. My plan is to go to the grocery store twice a month like how I normally do, but to spend like 50 each time as opposed to spending 50 just total for the month. So those are the 3 recipes that I have there on the back, and I always write out all the ingredients so that way when I transfer it over here to the front, I know exactly what is required for this recipe, because I like to make recipes the exact way the instructions call for the first time, so that way I know what it's supposed to taste like. This is a lovely hat from a subscriber. I love it. It's super cute. It's super duper cute. Thank you very much. Also, another subscriber sent me some awesome gloves. Love these too. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. So we are experiencing one of our first proper snows, at least the first proper snow that I remember experiencing. Chicago's winter has been fairly like mild. I was gonna say warm, but that's not the right word. It's been fairly mild relative to like how you normally expect it to be in Chicago. But I just wanted to pop on and talk about how, like, you know, it's the new year, it's all these new changes, all these new things are going on, and I realize that among other things, I haven't been feeling well because I do not like change, guys. Like, when I say I don't like change, I hate change, okay? And I don't have a very good response to it. And what I'm learning is that, like, I can handle it if I'm doing it in smaller bits and pieces, which is why when I was doing my grocery budget, not my grocery budget, but my recipe thing, even though I knew I wanted to like make all these new things, I was like, no, you're just gonna make 3 new things, because that's it. You don't have to like change everything all at once. Like, just relax. Like, just calm down. So, but I think for me, I feel like there's a desire to change everything quickly, to hurry up and get all the changes out of the way. But it's just like, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That only stresses me out more. So, gotta relax, lean into the change and whatnot. All right, so made it to the first store, stopped in the bakery, picked up some bags. So we are at Whole Foods, and so now I'm going to get all the rest of the things from Whole Foods. You guys want to know when the absolute worst time to come to any grocery store is? On a Saturday or a Sunday. And I totally forgot today was Saturday because I've been turbo resting, and it is so busy here, and I'm trying to get in and get everything. So definitely couldn't show you guys around because it's crazy busy. As I'm looking at all this food, I'm wondering how many of you guys are coming over to help me eat this in 2 weeks. Hi there. Okay, so just called my Uber. Now I'm waiting. I am so sore. Between like the gym and the weather, oh, my body is tender, but I'm super excited. I got everything. I think total I spent $80 some odd. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so I am back. Apparently we are about to have a snowstorm, so I picked the perfect time to go to the grocery store, although it wasn't the perfect time for the actual grocery store time period. It was the perfect time for what we're about to get into right now. I'm just rinsing out an ice tray because I want to prep for the best hummus in all the land. Apparently, this is how you make the best hummus in all the land. And I want to get that started before I show you guys all that I got from the grocery store. My legs hurt. We did full body with my personal trainer. And so my whole body hurts. Really hurts. So this is the list that I went to the grocery store with, and I would say that about 95% of everything here I got. The only thing that I wasn't able to get was a few specialty ingredients for some of the new recipes that I'm trying. So for example, protein powder and chia seeds and chocolate chips. And I probably could have got chia seeds from both of the stores that I was at, but I was sticker shocked. So I was like, is this how much chia seeds cost? I didn't know. So I didn't get those, but I will likely go back to the store and get those a little bit later. But I do have all the ingredients for the hummus, which is, so there are 3 different recipes that I wanted to make: hummus, protein bars, and then a homemade bread. The only reason I won't be able to make the bread is because I'm waiting for my Dutch oven to come, but I do have all the ingredients for the homemade bread, and then I have all the ingredients for the hummus, and then I'm missing some ingredients for the protein bars. But overall, did really well. And went to 2 stores. At High Park Produce, I spent $42.13, which I've never spent that much in one fell swoop. And then at Whole Foods, I spent $45.49. So total, I spent $87 and 50, 60, 70 cents. $87.70. And I'm not mad about it. I feel like I got quite a lot. I'm interested to see if whether or not I'll be able to eat all this in 2 weeks. That's the objective, to make sure that I have all of the food in my body that I need to, you know, take advantage of the work that my trainer is going to be putting me through. And then I have so my monthly budget moving forward is going to be $100 a month. This budget, I had a little bit more in there because I did receive some subscriber gifts and I had a couple of gift cards. And so I'm trying to get my pantry to where it needs to be so that way I can make all the things. So like, for example, like hummus, this tahini that I got, this is like, I don't know, maybe $6. I probably wouldn't see myself buying a whole thing of this every single month, but it's like a pantry staple maybe that will be in there. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, and that's what you'll see in this haul and in the next haul. And then hopefully by February we will be at our very specific regular grocery haul. So without further ado, let's take a look at everything that I got from Whole Foods. So I have yellow and blue corn tortilla chips for all that delicious hummus that I'm gonna make. I got a little bit of yeast. I got baking soda, a little small thing of vitamin D milk. I have a 16-ounce container of tahini. I also got some garbanzo beans. I did it this way. My preference is dried and then I prep it, but I want to cook this meal correctly the first time and then I'll go and try to adjust. So it calls for 1 can, so I wanted to do that. Then I got some creamy butter some creamy cashew butter. I also got everything bagel seasoning because when my son made the everything bagel cauliflower from Home Chef, it was amazing. So I needed to get some of that in my life. Then I got about 1 pound of couscous. I got about 2 pounds of rolled oats, 2 pounds of popcorn, and then I got 1.5 pounds of quinoa, but the quinoa bag burst, so that's why I had to put it in the plastic. And that's everything that I got from Whole Foods. So now, when you come around to High Park Produce, I got all my veggies and stuff. So I got a head of cauliflower, 2 red onions, a lemon, 2 small spaghetti squash, and I intentionally got the small spaghetti squash because I like for it to be a lunch and dinner serving. I got a nice amount of Brussels sprouts here. I got a little bit of, well, a head of cabbage. Then I got a pomegranate, which I really do enjoy the pomegranate fruit. I got a bunch of spinach, a bunch of kale. I got 10 sweet potatoes, a chocolate almond milk, and a regular unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Then I also got these everything style pretzels. I also, for fruit, got 4 Honeycrisp apples, which, just FYI, Honeycrisp apples are my favorite apples, but they're usually the priciest, so I don't often get them. But because I had a little bit more money in my budget, I thought that I would do some apples. But I also really love mangoes. I probably could have been eating mangoes all along, but just, I don't know, I just wasn't in a fruit place. I think I was just trying to be super conservative, and I didn't want the variety because I didn't want the variety to create cravings because my budget was so conservative. But now that I have more room, I'm totally fine like opening up my palate to other flavors because I love mangoes, probably just as much as I like pineapples. I love mangoes. Then I got a bunch of green beans, and that is everything, which even when I look at it, it just looks like way more than what I normally get. And I love that everything is so colorful here. So now you know what time it is. It is time to get all of this delicious food put away. Mango, a lemon, and a pomegranate here in my bowl here. Then here I have a couple of Honeycrisp apples. My seasoning drawer didn't actually change outside of adding the everything bagel seasoning, which is really nice. Then down here I have my sweet potatoes, spaghetti squash, and a butternut squash. The butternut squash was left over from before. Then we have my favorite part of my whole kitchen, my pantry. It just looks so lovely. Is there like anything better in the kitchen than when your pantry is like completely full? So big, I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but I got couscous. So I'm trying to replace my rice base because you guys know I have brown rice behind here that I pretty much never eat. I am going to eat it. I just need to replace it with better bases. So quinoa is a little bit pricey, but couscous is a little bit more within my budget. So I'm hoping to be able to switch that out. But I'm also going to make some cauliflower rice too. So this is what the pantry looks like. Nice and full and beautiful. And then last but certainly not least, we have the freezer, which has just a little starter jar of veggie scraps, and that's the only thing that's in the freezer. Then in the refrigerator, we have regular almond milk, chocolate milk, prepped red onions, prepped orange pepper, cauliflower, spinach, milk, that is prepped kale, my Brussels sprouts, green beans, and then a cabbage. So, oh, and the other thing that I prepped too is I started working on a 1.5 pounds of black beans. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this grocery haul. A little bit different, but expect things to be different just throughout this month until things get settled again, right? It's a new year. Things have changed. I want to adjust and adapt. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And until 2 weeks from now, because I won't do a monthly, I will do grocery hauls twice a month because the goal is to eat all of this food in 2 weeks. The plan is, that's a lot of food. Yes, the goal is to eat all of this food in 2 weeks, and yeah, that's a lot of food. The goal is to eat all of this food in 2 weeks. I think I keep saying it because I'm trying to like wrap my mind around eating all of this food in 2 weeks. So moving forward, it should be 2 grocery hauls with me separating 50 for the first 2 weeks and 50 for the second 2 weeks. So until next time, I will talk to you all very soon. Thank you so much for supporting my work. Bye.